All right, welcome back to Top Sport, and we dive into athletics, and a lot happened this week in athletics. We have the IAAF awards that had nominees named for that award that will be held on the 23rd in Monaco, and a few of the names that came up were world marathon record holder Eliud Kipchoge, and as well as world 1500 meters champion Timothy Cheruiyot, also making that list of 11 nominees. I beg your pardon for that, and they will be voted for that awards that will be named on the 23rd. Currently, voting has been closed. It closed on 4th, and we'll be having, among others, who are in this list, among them Donovan Brazier of USA in 800 meters. He was a world champion and record holder, as well as a Diamond League holder. And Christian Coleman of USA in 100 meters. Joshua Cheptegei, who also won the cross country in Denmark, and 10,000 meters, a world champion, as well as a Diamond League 5,000 meters. We have Stephen Gardner, who also won the 400 meters Diamond League as well. And in the women's list, we have the Beatrice Chepkoech, beg your pardon, who won the 3,000 meters steeplechase record holder, as well as the Diamond League 3,000 meters steeplechase. That 3,000 meters steeplechase no longer in the Diamond League, as well as Shellyan Fraser as well in the 100 meters and 4 by 100 meters, and Katarina Johnson of Great Britain, and Bridget Kosgei, or rather Bridget Kosgei, who won the Chicago Marathon and London Marathon, making a record in Chicago as well. And away with that, we have the World Under 20 Championship pictures that were there a few minutes ago. And World Under 20, Kenya will be hosting the World Under 20, and issues arising from matters of funding. We have this being the Athletes Village in Kenyatta University, issues of funding, yet currently the LOC, the Local Organizing Committee, has been given 1.3 billion shillings to organize that. That will help in the funding of events with departments, among them Athletics Kenya as well, Sports Kenya, who will be given money to try and make issues, or rather make venues ready, among them Kasarani Stadium, that will be the main venue, and the warm-up track that is at the Kenyatta University. So let's listen in to what Mike Rabar, who is the CEO of the Local Organizing Committee, had to say, as well as Athletics Kenya senior member Barnabas Korir.
Lessons learned from the previous event in terms of planning. Some things were left a little too late, but this time around we've made sure that we've not gone into that kind of spate where we're running around the last minute. And our plan is by the end of this year to have finished all procurement, have engaged all suppliers, now just waiting to kick off. Funds have been released, and they're already sitting in our bank account, so we're happy. There's no risk of no funds at all.
Yeah, so we're going ahead with the plan.
No, the plans are going ahead full force, and we are very confident that whatever was given to us is sufficient enough to give us enough capacity to make sure we deliver an amazing event, much better than the last event, actually. We're going as per plan. Basically, you can't start promoting an event too early. People will get fatigued. So we're going to start with promotions early January, and then go drive hard towards the end of March, and by June, we'll be pushing really, really hard.
What we don't understand is that even though we have filled all the forms that are required, we have met all the conditions, we have submitted all our requests, then we hear that the funds either has been approved, but if it has been approved, it has not been dispersed to the Federation. Because also, the ministry, in my understanding, is that it is supposed to be there to ensure that sports in the country is developed. And I don't see the reason why there should be any push and pull concerning sports in this country when every year a budget is set aside to ensure that the development of sports, not only athletics, is done.
We have identified the areas that needs to be refurbished in order to have a successful event. So we have laid our ground, we know what needs to be done. When it comes to procurement, we will follow the right procedures. As Sports Kenya, the part that is on our side, we are following the right procurement process.
So in 2017, we had the World Under 18 Championship. That was a success. Kenya winning, among other medals, also gold, bronze, and silver, and emerging top as well. And this time round, 2020 in July, when we'll be hosting that on 7th of July 2020, the World Under 20 Championship. We hope it will also be a success, and issues of funding aside as well, with the athletes ready to do what they do best. Away from that, we have Eliud Kipchoge, who is world record holder. He was being fitted today, given his award, an Isuzu D-Max that he had won, courtesy of a promise by Isuzu. And Sean Kadovilis caught up with him at Karura Forest, where he had a family run with a few fans, and this is what they had packaged.
We know that your family and everything. Can you explain the sacrifices, first of all, in terms of your training?
Actually, in order to succeed more is that you need to actually sacrifice in those minutes, so those hours and those weeks, those months of training, actually by being and not respecting your passions and what you are putting in. So you need to really be self-disciplined and get a real focus on what you want and what you want to do, and automatically you will get it.
How important was today for you? We've seen the public come out in force, and of course a very strong relationship with Isuzu. How important was today for you?
This is important, and not only to me, it's important to the Isuzu company, it's important to the general corporate entities that Isuzu has taken a step to venture in the sport and support me. It's important to the other generation of athletes that they need to actually get their feet into next to their corporate so that they can get help and being mentored by and being helped in terms of how to actually train well and get what's necessary in training.
All right, thank you very much, Eliud Kipchoge, of course, the world marathon record holder. And we've got now Rita from Isuzu, if you could just step here. Rita, first of all, how important was today for you in terms of what you created, a family atmosphere with Eliud, who's next to you?
This event was very important to us to share the success of Eliud, not only with ourselves as a corporate, but to share that success with others. And our desire as Isuzu East Africa is to motivate a larger constituency of Kenyans to support sports. That's why we had so many corporates. We even had the leadership of the Kenya Private Sector Alliance here today to hear. And we had very interesting inspiration because we were on the ground and people shared with us the challenges and what we need to do to motivate policy that takes sports to the next level, because we want Kenya to grow economically. We need to venture into new aspects, new opportunities that will take our country forward. And we've identified sports as a key one that we can leverage our own God-given talent to spur growth and development of our country. But above all, Isuzu wanted the young children to be present today. Eliud would tell you he believes in every day a child should run. A running nation is a happy nation. A running nation is a healthy nation. I just took those cues from him to make sure that these young people that are before us today get inspired. One, to exercise, and second, to feel that they are not limited, that situations, circumstances cannot limit them. It's only them that can limit themselves. And we believe as Isuzu East Africa that today these young people have had an opportunity to learn.
Just finally, of course, he's building up quite a nice collection of cars. I'm sure you're thinking of maybe something slightly different for 2020 with your brand ambassador?
We have a lot with Eliud, and our relationship, our partnership is a long-term partnership. We'll be looking at new areas again of using sports, using his character, his humility, his resilience to take to other people. This constituency was just a starting point. We are ourselves thinking about the school education system and how can we encourage teachers to embed sporting, running as part of the curriculum to just develop a healthy nation from that start. Because when you teach young people to run, to exercise and all that, as they grow older, they take sports as an important aspect of their daily life, making them healthier and stronger and happier.
Finally, Eliud, so nice to see you with your children, and then of course we see so many children here as well. What's your message for Kenyans as a whole, but more importantly for the youngsters who may see themselves as future Eliud Kipchoges?
My message actually is to the general public is to actually be positive in their thoughts, challenge themselves every day, and actually run. You know, they say a sport helps the one who doesn't help himself or herself. So if you feel that you have a problem and you don't help yourself, then you venture into sport. And above all is that I would like actually to tell all the parents to encourage their children to venture into in any sport. You know, when they go into sport, they get coaches, and the moment that the kid is being coached, then in future the kid will be employable. They say uncoached kids are unemployable kids. So I actually tell the parents to actually take their children to any sport to be coached, and they will be a good citizens in the future.
All right, thank you very much, Eliud Kipchoge, and of course, Rita, thank you so much for speaking to us on NTV.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Sean. What do you think of Eliud?
One day we would like to be like Kipchoge. He's really nice, and I think he's inspiring to many young people, and I think that one day the young people will be like him.
I think he's a great man and very encouraging, especially to us children, and today I'm very encouraged.
So it's been a fabulous day, not only for the public, but also Eliud Kipchoge. And as he's mentioned, that slogan, we really need to drill it in. No human is limited. Back to you in the studio.
Indeed, thank you so much, Sean. There, no human is limited. Indeed, you can do what you want if you put your mind into it. And of course, success is something that if you work hard for, it is achievable. And the roller skating team has a story of the same in the same road there as they went to DRC and came back stronger. But first, we have the Tuskys Wareng cross country that will be happening in Eldoret later next weekend, and we'll be also bringing that live right here on Top Sport as well, and right here on NTV. And they had some sponsorship and packages that will also try and elevate this year's edition as well, and this in a bid to develop talents in athletics from the youngsters and coming up athletes.
The format is changing. Those who have been to the event before, they know that we usually do a cross country where we run in a closed event. We are improving it by making it a marathon, a road race actually, a 10-kilometer road race going through Eldoret, and that makes it more visible and allows us to have more participants. And the prizes, even though I can't say right now what they will be better than what was last year in terms of the number of prizes that will be given and the quality of those prizes. We are looking at discovering new champions in this marathon, and we are working with active adults, students, and even corporate organizations doing a fundraise. So it's a complete bouquet of an event for both competitive and fun activities on that date. The event, which you're going to call the Tuskys Great 10-kilometer Run Race, will take place on Sunday the 24th of November. It will start at Tuskys Zion branch in Eldoret, and we expect more than 5,000 participants.
I'd like to appreciate the partnership that has been extended to us and joining Tuskys. The Great 10-kilometer Run is a noble cause. As NMG, we believe in sports, and we believe sports has a major contribution to our country. It has a major contribution to our people. And so when we got this engagement with the Tuskys, we knew two great brands have come together. That is Tuskys brand and NTV brand. And what we've done is really going to the home of champions. So two great brands, champion brands, have gone to the home of champions to build greater champions.
And indeed, NTV there will be in partnership with Tuskys to build and develop more talents with the athletes. Also, we have that Diamond 10K series. This has changed. The Tuskys Wareng has changed from a cross-country to a 10K marathon there, and a 10K run, and the 10K Diamond series will be held in Nairobi, away from that in Eldoret as well. We'll be bringing that on the 24th right here on NTV as well, on the 10K Diamond series.